Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing some cleaning and it's that time of the year again to do some seasonal decluttering of my kids' clothes, while at the same time sharing some rhythms and flow to make your home feel more manageable and less overwhelming. If you have some seasonal decluttering that you want to check off your to-do list, let's get it done together. I'm starting today in my primary bedroom, and as you can see, it's a bit messy, so the first thing I'm doing is just picking everything up. Then I'll be making my bed and folding a load of laundry. Laundry is one of those things I feel like I am constantly doing, so a good way for me to get going, especially when I will be decluttering clothes, is to get started on some laundry. That might be folding and putting away. Maybe I will throw some in the washer or switch over the laundry from the washer to the dryer, or maybe all three. Laundry is just one of those chores that is never ending, so it's always good to have a continuous flow here. In fact, laundry and dishes are two chores that I never have on my to-do list because I'm always looking for small opportunities each day to get some of these two chores done no matter what. As a work-at-home homeschooling mom with 4 kids 7 and under, it is impossible to keep a perfect home 100% of the time. In my opinion, it should never be about perfection. It should be about progress and keeping your home manageable so it doesn't get out of control. And as somebody who is not a naturally clean and organized person myself, it has taken me years to find a system that actually worked for me without stressing me out more, giving me anxiety, making me feel like I was losing my patience, and making me feel like I was falling behind and failing even more. My system is built on my own lived transformation and reset method. It's for moms who are ready to finally get unstuck and create a manageable, lighter home that you can actually maintain. At its core, it combines mindset, motivation, and method, showing that decluttering and resetting a home is more than just surface level organization. It's about shifting habits, creating rhythms, and building a space that supports your family rather than drains it. If this sounds like it could help you maintain a calmer, more peaceful home, you can check out the resources linked in the description. This is probably kind of funny, but towels, sheets, and blankets are my favorite things to fold. There's no separating or anything, you just fold them the same way, stack them, and put them away. You don't need to worry about putting them away in different drawers, hanging them up, or anything. It's just so simple and easy. I was able to homeschool my kids while my ECOVACS DEEBOT X9 Pro Omni vacuumed and mopped the floors. It's designed to handle both everyday dirt and bigger spills without me having to stop what I'm doing. It feels like having an extra set of hands during busy hours. One feature I like is how it separates dry messes from liquid spills. When I spill milk on the floor, the brushes lift so they don't smear anything. Then the mop drops down with extra pressure to scrub it clean. This is part of the triple lift system, which adjusts in real time to different messes. When the robot moves onto carpet, the mop lifts up so the rug stays dry and it switches to a strong suction that grabs debris in one pass. Whether it's cereal, pet hair, or whatever my kids or pets leave behind. With 3 girls in the house and 2 animals, a dog and a cat, the zero tangle design really makes a difference. The roller mop automatically applies extra downward pressure so sticky messes don't need multiple passes. And with True Edge edge cleaning, it gets right up to the baseboards and corners instead of leaving that grime line along the edge. It's also smart with navigation. If toys or slippers are left out, it recognizes them and avoids them. And with AI stain detection, if it notices a sticky spot, it goes back over that area until it's clean. You can actually see it adjust its cleaning path on the fly. When the robot is finished, it goes back to the base station and takes care of everything on its own. It empties the dustbin, washes the mop with hot water, dries it with hot air, and even mixes the cleaning solution automatically. This robot vacuums, mops, and even takes care of its own maintenance, so I can stay focused on my family and not the floors. Click the link in the description to check out the ECOVACS DEEBOT X9 Pro Omni. After I was done folding the towels, I still had one more laundry basket I needed to get through. It had some shirts to be hung up, a couple of sheets, and some socks, but before I go through all of that, I really wanted to throw a load of my kids' clothes in the washer. Since I will be decluttering all of my kids' clothes, my 7-year-old son, 6-year-old daughter, 4-year-old son, and 1-year-old daughter, I feel like it makes it so much easier to declutter their clothes if they are all clean, so you have everything right in front of you and you make sure to declutter everything all at once. That way there's not some lingering laundry that is a size too small and you didn't get to it because it was still in the wash. This way everything is right in front of you and you can go through it once and get it over with. One of the best reasons for keeping up with laundry on a daily basis, and by keeping up, I certainly don't mean getting it done every day. I just mean doing a little bit each day so it doesn't pile up to a point that is overwhelming. But by doing this, you avoid getting yourself into a situation where you may feel behind again. For example, last week, for various reasons, one being I co-sleep with my 1-year-old and her diaper was leaky. Another one was my daughter woke up and I had chocolate milk on my bedside table that she had grabbed and dumped out all over the bed. So for reasons like this, I had to change and wash my entire bedding last week 3 separate times. Of course, this is not a normal circumstance, but this happened 3 days in a row, and I could only imagine what it would have felt like if I was already behind on my laundry and then this kept happening. I would feel stressed out and defeated and just like it was never ending. But because I'm able to have this flow with my laundry, now it wasn't that big of a deal. As an overwhelmed mom, if you put this system into your home and into your life, the best time that you will notice a true transformation is when something like this happens. Usually it's pretty easy to get going, but the hard part is staying focused and actually making it a rhythm rather than a routine. Routines are rigid, but if you stick to a rhythm, rhythm. Rhythms are flexible. Rhythms are meant to go with the flow. If something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world because you just put it in flow with your rhythm. As you can see, I've started to declutter my 6-year-old Hazel's closet. She had a lot of clothes in here that were too small for her. I actually didn't buy her any new summer clothes this past summer. The year prior, I had bought her clothes that were slightly too big for her, so it worked out really nice because she really didn't need much this year. Of course, we replaced things as needed. She needed some new shorts and she outgrew her shoes, but for the most part, we really didn't need a whole closet full of seasonal items, which was really nice. That was not the case this season. She needed pretty much everything new. She needed some new t-shirts that fit her. I got her a couple of long sleeve shirts, dresses, and quite a few pairs of leggings. She's pretty picky about the clothes she wears, so everything is very similar, but it's just her style. I also had to grab a couple pairs of shorts and skirts because they were marking them down on clearance while I was at Target, so everything was fully stocked. I think I may have grabbed 3 or 4 pairs of shorts and 2 skirts. They were only like $3 or $3.50 each, which was amazing. And of course, when I did this, it's really important to think about the size she is going to be next summer. So I just got her size small. Right now she is also in size small leggings, but the shorts were slightly too big, which is perfect for now. I thought this was so funny. It just goes to show you how long shorts can last on kids. Hazel, my 6-year-old, had a size 2T shorts in her shorts drawer. After taking the clothes that are either too small, damaged with stains or rips out of the closet, I'm going through each piece of clothing individually, deciding on what I should keep for Adeline, my 1-year-old, or what I should toss. I'm only tossing the items that are either ripped in really bad condition or stained really, really badly. I'm not going to donate anything because, like I said, I do have a 1-year-old daughter and my kids think it is so much fun to get hand-me-downs. I just got out hand-me-downs for my 4-year-old son in my last video, and when I took the clothes out, both he and my older son were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny that you used to wear this." So I love that for my kids. At this point, I've decided what I'm keeping and what I'm tossing, and I'm packing away those that I am keeping into a storage container. And as I just said, I already did this for my 4-year-old son in last week's video. I decluttered everything in his closet and brought up the hand-me-downs from my older son. I went through everything and kept what I thought we needed to keep and got rid of anything we didn't need. I had one of the most meaningful conversations last week with a mom who applied to my program, the Reset Method. On our consultation call, she mentioned just wanting to feel like she's not sinking anymore, and I can totally relate to that, and I feel like many moms can relate. At no point in a mom's day does nothing else need to be done, and that weight alone can feel overwhelming. An example she gave was of her laundry and never feeling like anything was ever getting done. There was no routine, laundry was piled up, and when she did try to stick to a routine, her family would kind of throw off the routine, not remember which day was theirs, and then of course the cycle repeats itself and you try to find a new routine or a new schedule. But the truth is that will never work, because now not only are you shifting from having to do all of the laundry yourself, but you're also adding another layer of having to remind your family of this new routine. What usually ends up happening here is the routine falls apart and then mom feels frustrated because nobody wanted to help out and follow this new routine when she was trying to make it a little smoother and make the home feel a little more organized. And since this new routine wasn't followed, sheets and blankets start piling up, towels start piling up, then you have the big mountain of laundry again. This is a cycle that many moms find ourselves in, and it's important to realize that a strict routine doesn't work for every family. If a strict routine doesn't work for your family, stick to rhythms. Tie tasks into natural parts of your day, reset when things slip, and allow for flexibility. Sometimes all it takes is for someone to be like, hey, guess what? You are actually not behind. We need to break the cycle of analysis paralysis and just move forward with a mindset of progress, not perfection. As a mom of 4, I know that sometimes it's harder to get children to stick to a routine because they have been doing something one way their entire life. So trying to get them especially to start, for example, washing, drying, folding, and putting away their laundry on a single day can be a lot for them until they build small habits. So instead of relying on big routines and big schedules, even though this laundry routine doesn't seem that big to a child, it can be a big change. And as much as we as moms would love the help without having to ask or remind, sometimes no matter what systems we try, the truth is it might fall on mom. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, it means you're living real life with real kids. And I'm not talking about the chore falling on mom, I'm talking about the guidance and the leadership and the reminders might fall on mom's shoulders to help build these positive habits. Sometimes it's easier to start with tiny things like, hey, can you switch the laundry over from the washer to the dryer? Then naturally, while your child is helping contribute to your family, they might be like, oh wow, this is a great time for me to do my own laundry. And maybe this needs a little encouragement, like, hey, this is a great time for you to do your own laundry too. Now, not only are you sticking to rhythms and a flow that works for you, but you're helping your children find rhythms as well. The goal is to eventually get to a point where your child notices that the laundry needs to be changed over, they change the laundry over and put their own laundry in the washer too. Of course, this comes in time and with patience, but you can do this with everything. This is called habit stacking. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's where you stack habits onto things that you are already naturally doing. You can see we've moved on to my oldest son, Noah's room. His room is already very clean. I just wanted to make his bed for him. Then I'm going to fold his clean clothes, get those put away, and take the tags off of all of the new clothes and get those washed. Noah has already gone through his closet and decluttered everything that he no longer wants or needs. All of those clothing items are in the hallway, and I will go through those to decide which ones we are keeping for Wyatt and which ones we are getting rid of. Like I mentioned previously, the only ones we should be getting rid of are those that are not in good condition any longer. I'm going through Adeline's clothes last. She is my 18-month-old, and babies grow so quickly, so I find myself going through her clothes most frequently. It has been a while though, so I'm going to have lots of clothes to declutter out of my closet for her. I also brought up Hazel's 18-month clothes from the basement not too long ago. I got those washed. I just have not put them away yet because I was waiting for this moment in order to declutter everything, then get those put away. So first I'm going to declutter everything and make sure she only has the right size available to her. Then I'm going to get everything put away. I often get the question, does Adeline have her own room? Right now the answer is no. My husband and I decided, just like with each of our kids, to co-sleep, and it was just easier if all of her stuff was in our room as well. Very soon we are going to make the transition, moving Adeline into Hazel's room. They are going to share a bedroom. But before I do that, I want to make over the space to make sure it fits both girls' personalities, and at the same time make sure Hazel feels special and not like she's losing out on her own space, but rather gaining a special space with her sister. The good news is Hazel is already really looking forward to sharing a room with Adeline. Last thing I'm going to do is go through all of the clothes in the hallway, make sure those that I'm getting rid of are discarded and those that I'm packing away are put in the basement, and just clean up this area after doing all of this decluttering. Thank you so much for being here and watching and spending part of your day with me. I hope you got some cleaning and decluttering motivation from today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you do feel like you need more resources to start your own decluttering journey, you can click the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next one.